industry is one of the most evolving industry in the global world, and it plays a very crucial role in the global business. And to know more about the MICE industry here in Indonesia, we have here with us the country manager of PT Pamerindo Indonesia, Lia Indriasari. So hi, can you explain to us the current condition of the MICE industry, especially recovering from the COVID era?
Yeah. So hello, thank you for having us today. Speaking about the MICE industry in Indonesia, it actually has grown significantly after the pandemic. Yeah, because as we all know, during the pandemic, exhibition organizer, they cannot hold any exhibitions offline. So we kind of shut down the industry for a little while. But then after the pandemic, everybody is already trying to get into the market, and there's no better thing to do if you want to get into your customers. You should join an exhibition because you should meet lots of customers, and also there are lots of business opportunities that can be brought through an exhibition. So we've seen like exponentially growth actually the past 2 years after the pandemic. So going back to your question, the past 2 years has been great actually, especially for us, Pamerindo.
And what are the sectors that are most prospective for the MICE industry here in Indonesia, especially within the energy transition? Is that one of the most favorite sectors?
Yes, yeah, you're actually right, because the sectors that are really growing at the moment, it really relates to the sectors that the government are really in focus with at the moment. Something like manufacturing, who contributed quite significant amount to Indonesia GDP, and also in the mining and mineral processing sectors, food hotel sectors, hospitality, for example, and energy, as you said. There are lots of government initiatives related to the sectors that I mentioned. That's why the exhibitions that are doing within that sectors has been great actually.
And what is the projection of the MICE industry, especially what role does it play towards the Indonesian economy?
I think it's very significant, yeah. Pamerindo itself, we are very focusing into business-to-business exhibition, meaning we, most of our exhibitors, well, 100% of our exhibitors, they are not selling directly to end users or to consumer. So the business that is really happening, where the buyer who came to the show, they are buying the products in a big bulk for their, of course, for their company usage. And with this kind of business mechanism, it has a direct impact actually to the economy, and that's only happened during the show. If we think about it again after the show, like 3 to 4 or 6 months after the show, the business is still still have a significant impact from the exhibition itself. Sometimes the buyer who came at the show, they will buy the product within 3 months after the show, where they look at the product at the exhibition, and then they will do the buying 3 months after that. And indirect impact, like a multiplier impact that the exhibition has created to its surrounding area, for example, like using local manpower or man resources, workforce within the venue, and also occupancy rate of hotels and transportation, food and beverages. So it's very significant to the local government economy, and of course to the wider audience as well. The sharing knowledge or sharing technology that happened at the show, that will grow economy within, I don't know, in 1 or 2 years time. The impact will not be directly, so it has lots and lots of good and positive impact to the economy.
Right, so it doesn't only plays a direct impact, it also plays in a global business, but it's also tourism, like you said, with the hotels and everything coming in, like people globally are coming to Indonesia for, specific event, right? And can I know, like, for one event itself, like this event, what is the transaction prospect for just one event itself?
Transaction prospect. Although we've never really had or set a benchmark for value of transaction that happened at the show, but for example, what we did last year, we did collect some of the sample of transactions from our exhibitors, and 157 exhibitors, they submitted their data to us. So during 4 days of exhibition, the total transaction that happened from 157 exhibitors was actually 2.2 trillion rupiah. So it's quite very significant if we put the numbers into 4 days, and if we also put the numbers expanding out of those 4 days. I mean, you can imagine how big the potential is. And we're only talking about 157 exhibitors who submitted the data. Can you imagine if all of the exhibitors, because we have hundreds, thousands of exhibitors who are participating during IEE series. So I think it's the volume will be so big.
And last but not least, can you share with us the future project that you are working on right now?
The next project, on top of what we have this week, which is all about energy, renewable battery, energy storage, electric and power, we also have water. In the next 2 weeks, on the 11th to 14th of September, we will have Engineering Week. It's a bigger show series because we're utilizing the whole area of GIE, a total area of 85,000, comprising of indoor and outdoor area. And there will be shows in mining sectors, constructions, oil and gas, and also we have newly launched disaster management and disaster relief exhibition during that engineering week. So that will be our next project. And at the end of the year, we will have the largest manufacturing show in Southeast Asia again, Manufacturing Indonesia. That one will be in December.
Thank you so much for, chatting up with us and giving us the insight of the growing and evolving mice industry here in Indonesia. All right, so that wraps up our interview regarding the mice industry in Indonesia, which plays a crucial role in the Indonesia's business and also tourism aspect. That's Maudi Kalisha and Nugura Harjo for See Today.